Welcome to the 1970s. It was a decade of disco, bell-bottoms, and some of the coolest high-performance cars the world had ever seen. But this wasn't an easy time for car manufacturers. An oil crisis, new environmental laws, and skyrocketing fuel prices meant tough times for the auto industry. Despite all these challenges, some legendary high-performance cars emerged. These cars didn't just push the limits, they defied them, creating a legacy that still gets car enthusiasts' engines revving today. So, what made these cars stand out, and why do they still hold a special place in automotive history? To understand why the 1970s were so groundbreaking for high-performance cars, let's set the stage. The decade started strong for muscle cars, but the 1973 oil crisis changed everything. Gas prices shot up, and suddenly, consumers wanted fuel-efficient cars. Plus, new regulations, like the U.S. Clean Air Act, meant car makers had to cut emissions. This led to lower compression engines and even lower horsepower. But despite these setbacks, some models managed to hold on to that raw power and style that defined the muscle car era. Let's dive into three of the most iconic models from this time: the Ford Mustang Boss 302, Chevrolet Camaro Z28, and the Pontiac Trans Am. First up, the Ford Mustang Boss 302. Technically introduced in 1969, this car became an icon into the early 70s, capturing the true spirit of performance. Its 302 cubic inch V8 engine was specially designed for Trans Am racing, giving it speed and balance that thrilled drivers. With aggressive styling and a roar that you couldn't miss, the Boss 302 is a model that fans still go wild for today. Then we have the Chevrolet Camaro Z28, a true rival to the Mustang. In 1970, Chevy took things to the next level with a 350 cubic inch LT1 engine, pushing 360 horsepower. It was a real beast on the road, with a wide, aggressive stance and sharp lines that screamed muscle. Even as regulations tightened, the Z28 held on to its thrilling performance and became a go-to for drivers wanting serious power in a stylish package. And we can't forget the Pontiac Trans Am. Thanks to Smokey and the Bandit, this car isn't just a muscle car, it's a pop culture icon. With its bold Firebird logo and that unforgettable 6.6L V8 engine, the Trans Am had a look and feel all its own. Fun fact, after the movie came out, sales of the Trans Am jumped by nearly 30%. So, what exactly made these cars so special? Well, let's break down a few features they had in common. First up, those powerful V8 engines. Even with emissions regulations, manufacturers kept V8s in the lineup to satisfy drivers who crave power. These engines offered thrilling acceleration and a signature sound. Just imagine that deep rumble as a muscle car like the Camaro Z28 or Mustang Boss 302 fires up. Most of these cars also had rear-wheel drive, giving drivers better handling and control. This setup allowed for better weight distribution, which helped when cornering at high speeds. And it wasn't just about raw power. These cars could handle the road like a dream. Lightweight design was another secret weapon. Manufacturers used materials like aluminum and fiberglass to keep weight down, which meant faster acceleration and slightly better fuel efficiency. The Corvette, for instance, was a pioneer in using fiberglass body panels to shed pounds without sacrificing that classic American muscle look. The impact of these 1970s high-performance cars is still felt today. Cars like the Ford Mustang, Chevrolet Camaro, and Dodge Challenger have kept that classic muscle look alive while adding new tech and improved fuel efficiency. And just look at today's Mustang or Camaro. You'll see echoes of those original designs from the 70s, from the long hoods to the aggressive stances. These cars aren't just about nostalgia. They've inspired generations of engineers and designers to keep pushing the limits of performance and style. And for enthusiasts, they're prized collectibles, reminders of a time when power and personality were king on the open road. So, there you have it, the high-performance cars of the 1970s, icons of a truly unique era in automotive history. These cars managed to stay powerful, stylish, and downright thrilling, despite an oil crisis and stricter emissions rules. It's no wonder they're still celebrated today. What's your favorite car from the 1970s? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're a fan of automotive history, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into iconic cars. Until next time, keep those engines roaring.